Hello, everybody, and a good spring day to all of you. Welcome to Spirit Chat. My name is Media Mari, and I'm so excited to be here with all of you for this March edition, spring edition of Spirit Chat. And as people probably know, I am a psychic medium and animal communicator. I also help to find lost pets with the help of spirit. And as usual, I am here with my beautiful co-host, Winter Brook. Take
Hi
it away.
everyone. Hey Mari. I'm so excited to be here. I feel like I haven't seen Mari in ages. Um, and I feel like we haven't been on for a while. So this is lovely. Happy spring. Happy spring, everyone, and happy upcoming holidays. And with the spring and the warmer weather, Mari and I thought it would be lovely if we talked about using this renewal energy. Because actually, the zodiac table chart reset to Aries, right? The first house of the zodiac.
Yes.
And there are many holidays celebrating the onset of spring. Now, of course, I don't know what that means for our friends down under, but for the northern hemisphere anyway, this is when the new plantings, the new baby animals, I love baby animals, everything starts being reborn. Humans, so many clients and friends share with me that they just feel so much better with the warmer weather and they can go outside. And then the summer is the long, hot, sunny days, and then fall, things fall off. And then winter, which we just got out of, is the time for deep hibernation. But this is the renewal season. So, Mari and I thought we would talk about ways to help you start something new, move into a different direction, and the universe, which is always helping you, ask the universe for assistance.
Absolutely. And, I don't know about everybody else out there, but I can't do winter anymore. I am a big no, thumbs down to winter. Do not recommend. And especially because I live in New England and we're very close to New Hampshire. I can't even tell you how many feet of snow we've got. I mean, not now. It's luckily most of it's melted. We still have a bunch though. We probably had about 10 feet of snow on the ground. No exaggeration. It was insane. So I'm trying to see if I can get away next winter because I can't go through this again. And I've heard this from a lot of other people that they're just so done. Even people that live in other states, like in Florida, you got the iguanas dropping out of the trees, and there's just been so much crazy stuff happening. So I think all of us, everyone on this planet, really deserves, whether you're in Australia or you're not, you just deserve a new renewal, like a pause, a breath, and let's start over. Let's put all that away and let's start over fresh. And that's what I'm very much looking forward to. And Winter and I decided, yeah, we would talk to you guys about some different ways. What is the best way for you guys to start over? What are some things that you can do spiritually, energetically to kind of move things, get things moving in your body and your spirit? And to be able to connect to your loved ones and pets. So that was sort of the topic of our show today. Of course, we are live streaming on YouTube and Facebook. So if you have any questions, please feel free to drop them in there and we will note them and possibly do a reading for you from there as well. So um, why don't we get started? I know we started a teeny bit late. There's the Mercury retrograde energy has been a little challenging with all the electronics, as you probably all know. But I was wondering, Winter, what have you been thinking about in terms of suggestions, practices that we can all sort of shake off these winter blues and move forward with this beautiful spring energy?
So the first thing is, and I tease about the folks down under. They can probably use the same thing because they're moving into fall, so it's
Right.
shedding season, and that's what I want to talk about. our animals are shedding. I know it's shedding season in the winter Brook house with all her animals, and I would suggest if you could find a little bit of time, and I know a lot of people are hard pressed, but this is a good time to get rid of stuff. Okay, I know we do that too in the fall, but anything that's, maybe spend 20 minutes going through your closet and just if there's anything you didn't use this past winter and you can donate it, put it in the donate bag. Clearing out, you want to clear out physically stuff in your house. You want to do the spring cleaning. Um, it's a lot harder said than done for many people because they're trying to work full time, take care of families, whether they're, and poor Mari, you're the sandwich generation, so you got mom and children. Um, but if you can do a little cleaning out. A lot of people like to open the windows when we have these occasional warm days, when it's going up into the upper 60s. And for those of us on Long Island and New England, there's some days, Mari, it's actually colder on Long Island than it is in um, Boston. And I know that because my daughter lives up there, so I have both of our weathers. Um, but this would be, people always said do spring cleaning is an old wives' tale. Well, there's a reason for that. You're getting out the old stagnant energy that's been sitting in the house, particularly during the winter when you've kept everything closed up, in order to heat. Um, and get rid of stuff. I love getting rid of stuff. So if there's clothes you haven't worn in a couple of years, chances are you aren't going to wear them, donate them. Give them new life. If they're not donatable because they're past the point of no return, I had a couple of outfits I got rid of today, um, throw them out. And the more stuff you have, the more your energy is spread, even though you don't realize it. So it's a way of cutting um, what would you like me to cutting strings to all this stuff. If you don't need it, get rid of it, and then you clean, and then you may find something pretty to bring into the home, something new to bring up lighting energy, enlightenment. What do you think, Mari?
Yeah, I agree with all of those things, but I wanted to sort of add a little caveat to that I agree 100%, but for some people, maybe not everybody, some people I may or may not be included in this. It's hard to get let go of old things. Like you're like, well, this is the outfit my kid wore, and these are all the things. They all have memories and energy attached to them. So what I wanted to add to that was, if you're spring cleaning, it's okay to pick out a thing or two, an item or two that really means something to you and put that in a special place. But the irony of the whole process is that you don't make room for something new to come into your life if you don't release something. So if you're holding on to everything, which, I may have been known to do, it's hard for anything new to come in. Even if it's you're like, oh, I have plenty of room in my house. It's not about that. It's energetically. Energetically, you're saying, I'm full. I'm going to hold on to this. I'm not open for new things. So if you want new things, new energy, new people to come into your life, you have to release a little bit and let some of these things go so that as you're opening, you can even feel the difference of this and this is very different energy. And so if you're allowing yourself to be a little more open and to let go of some things, you're making room for other things. So it's not, I know for many people it's about the fear. It's about the fear of, oh, if I let this go, I won't remember, or, something's going to happen to that memory. It's like, save a couple things. That's okay. You don't have to get rid of everything in your house. But, it's important to allow that space to open, so that you have that. It's like energetically or spiritually opening the windows to your soul. You want to open the windows to your house, so you let some air in, and you want to open energetically, spiritually, your spiritual body so that you can let new things, new experiences, new feelings even in. So I wanted to add that to what Winter was saying. And the other thing I was thinking, as you're doing the cleaning and as you are being brave and letting go of things that you don't need, even if you like them all, um, you can take some sage. You can take some sage. You can take some, anything, anything to sort of sage the house, clear the energy. You can take an incense stick. If you don't like all the smelly smells, which I know a lot of people don't, you can have a bell and walk around the house. You can clap. Anything to sort of move that stale energy around. So when you're done your cleaning, walk around and clear every room energetically. And that will also sort of get things moving because we want to get things moving in all the planes, spiritually, mentally, physically, spatially, all of the things we want to sort of clear out to allow ourselves in this new season to start over.
Absolutely. And for those of you, I didn't mean for you to clean out your entire
No,
wardrobe,
of
but if
course.
there's something you haven't worn in a couple of years, now is the winter time, right? That we're ending, so you're going to get your spring and summer clothes out. So it's a good that's what I'm talking about. If there's some winter sweaters that you just haven't worn and you really know you're not going to wear them, donate them, because that gives them new life. That puts you in the energy of sharing and giving to others, which the universe is going to respond to. I, of course, have saved little outfits that my daughters wore that I want to see my grandchildren, because I know I'm going to have grandchildren, right? I'm hoping.
Uh,
So I want to see them, So of course, there's going to be things that you are going to save for momentous reasons, and I have a sweater that's been passed down since the 1800s from Norway.
wow.
Itchiest thing you'd ever want to feel. You definitely don't want to put your kid in it, but I still have it. So anyway, now another way to clear the energy, Mari was talking about sage is great, but sometimes you can't sage, right? Like I don't use a lot of sage at my office because it's an old building and I have tenants in there that have COPD, and smoke can get in, go through the cracks of the building. So I don't have that problem at home. But another way, like if I don't want to open the windows and it's 0 degrees outside, with the price of oil now, I love this visualization. I envision Archangel Michael, and you can envision whomever you want. You can envision any archangel, any angel, Buddha, um, any ascended master, whoever you like to work with, holding a shop vac above your house, throwing it on, and vacuuming up all the stagnant and icky energy that may be sitting in the house. And once that's removed, throwing the switch on the shop vac and pushing down high vibrational divine energy. Now, I used to use that example, or that exercise, when I would go to court as an attorney, because you have a lot of uncomfortable energies in the courtroom because everybody's angry at everyone, they're afraid of everyone, they're afraid of what's going to happen. So it would be a little bit choppy. And I've also had students use that exercise in their workplace where maybe tensions and personalities are clashing, and I've gotten a lot of positive feedback. So it's quite easy to do. You could do it in the morning before you get up. Just visualize the shop vac and the ascended master or angel holding it and clearing your energy and the energy in your home. Uh, Definitely, if things are broken, um, just again, if you could set aside 20 minutes a week, one evening, which is about the length of a sitcom if you watch television, to just pick a drawer, clean stuff out, get rid of it. If you're sensitive, you're going to notice the energy in your home becoming lighter and lighter. And that's going to assist you with, as Mari pointed out, welcoming the new. And that's, our second prong is find some time to focus on what you'd like to bring into your life. Now, it may not be the winning lottery, but maybe you'd like to learn a new skill. Maybe you'd like to get involved with a new group of people with different likes and endeavors than you currently have. So think about that and, set the intention, maybe learn about. Let's say you want to get into cooking more. I don't know, take a cooking class, start watching cooking shows because that energy is going to come into your energy field. And the universe is going to respond to what's in your field by bringing you more.
Yeah, exactly. Those are great ideas, Winter. I mean, and I totally agree with them. And I think a lot of times what stops people from opening those new doors is fear, and the fear of, letting go of some items in your house, but it's also like, oh, well, I'd really like to learn cooking, or I'd really like to, but oh, I don't know, I'm gonna go to the class and no one's gonna like me, or I'm gonna be worse than everybody else, or all of these things. But like what Winter said is very true. Sort of like once you leap, the net appears. And I'm not saying, taking a cooking class is leaping, but for some people, sort of getting out of themselves and doing anything is. So put yourself out there. There are places, even if you're older, that you can meet like-minded people. Like there's I think it's an app, but it's also a website called Meetup. And it's not like a dating site. It's just if you want to meet other people that like the things that you like. So, I mean, I can even say from personal experience now, people would not know this, but I'm kind of a trivia nerd and I love to do trivia. But, I've kind of run through all my friends and I've certainly, brought them and made them come with me to trivia nights. But at some point they're like, okay, this is boring, but I really like it. So I myself went on Meetup and have found different trivia groups to join and to get out there and to pursue something that's just kind of fun for me. And I understand the trepidation and that people get nervous about it, but once you start opening doors, like Winter said, it sort of starts snowballing and you meet this person and that person, and then suddenly you have, a new life, or, your life has opened up in new ways. So I would encourage everybody to do that. I see Terry nodding. I mean, and I know it's scary because you're thinking, are they going to be weird? Am I going to be the only person there that's X, Y, and Z? But the universe, provides it. It'll protect you. It's okay. Go on Jeopardy. I don't know if I'm that good for trivia, Terry, but it's just fun. It's just something I like to do. So,
I think
I'm
that's
maybe
amazing.
if I get better, maybe I'll go on Jeopardy. So.
Oh, I think you should do it. I think that's amazing.
So it's
Um,
just the point of trying new things. Don't let your fear stop you because this is your only life that you have, at least this time around. And that act in and of itself is going to bring new energy to you. And if you're feeling a little depressed or the winter blues, putting yourself out there, meeting new people, trying new things, even if it's one thing, try one thing. And you are going to feel better yourself, and that in turn is going to lift your spirit.
Absolutely. And isn't that what it's all about?
Yeah.
Having experiences. We're here on the earth plane, incarnate as humans. I mean, it's about loving one another, of course, but we love each other when we're in spirit. And isn't it all about when we're incarnate as humans to try different human activities and experiences. And you might try something and not like it, so that's fine. That's wonderful that you tried it, and now you have free choice to decide whether or not you like something. So then you can look at something else. Maybe birding. If you like to see birds, you might meet. There's a lot of people that like that. Things that you've never even thought of. Now, for those of you that are still working full time and you have kids, um, obviously you have time constraints that might prevent you, but maybe you can get into an online group and, you know, do outside stuff, of course, with the kids. but and learn about an activity and then plan to experience it. Dog lovers, cat lovers, well, not cats, but dog lovers, there's all kinds of walking dog groups that meet up to walk their dogs. Um, you could do something like that. I mean, there's just a bunch of things because again, this we're talking about renewing ourselves. So part of renew is learning something new, trying something new, and yeah, I think we have a question in the chat room.
We do. I think Jennifer is looking for a reading, and I told her we will get to her as soon as we get to the reading portion of our
Okay.
program. Um, but I just wanted to finish up with a little bit more information. I know we were talking about, so we're doing all this cleaning of the house, we're trying new things, we're renewing ourselves. So, how does that translate to connecting with our loved ones or connecting with pets? Well, let me tell you. One of the ways that it does is that as you are releasing things that no longer serve you, and as you are bringing in the positive energy, you yourself feel more grounded. You feel more you, for lack of a better word. So you're getting more into yourself. And the way that we connect with our pets or our loved ones is we have to be centered and grounded within ourselves. If we're all frantic with our energy everywhere and stressed, and it makes it a lot harder to do that. So, by doing these self care types of things, you are allowing yourself to be able to be in a place where you're able to connect with your loved ones more. Just a quick tip I wanted to give, and I'm sure Winter has some more as well. If you're feeling like you're in a good place and you want to connect, one of the really good ways and easy ways is to light a candle. You can light a candle, just sit quietly, look into the flame. You're not like trying to like beat out any message. I mean, any type of anxious energy is not going to get you where you want to go. But just allow yourself to breathe and sit and see what messages come to you. I mean, it could just be a color, it could be a word, it could be an image, but allow that energy to wash over you. And when you're in that calm state, you are going to be able to receive messages a lot more. And something else that I like to do, and I teach in my classes, is that if you have the candle lit, or even if you have an altar where you like to keep a lot of your sacred objects, you can write a little letter or a little note to your loved one. You can write, what a dear Aunt Frances, I'm really interested in connecting with you. Please send me a sign, or I miss you very much, or whatever it is you want to write. And put that on your altar, put that next to your candle. And by doing that with the writing, you are grounding that intention of wanting to connect with that loved one. And by putting it there, you're sort of sealing it. And once you do that, give yourself a little bit of a time to see, did you see her initials on the on a license plate in front of you? Did you hear a song on the radio that, you know that she really liked? Did the clock just show her birthday? So those are like messages from her coming back saying, "Hey, I saw you write the note. I know you're thinking about me." And it's not like the note is magical, it's the intention. But sometimes people really like an act of writing or doing a thing. So do that thing, write the note, put it in there, and then see what messages come back. That's a super simple way to try to connect to our loved ones in spirit.
Absolutely. I suggest that way all the time. And, a lot of connecting with our loved ones in spirit has to do with just quieting the mind and seeing if an image comes to the mind or you hear a phrase popping around. And it may not even be in their voice as you remember it, okay? It just might sound like a thought. How many of you have taken the time to listen to how you sound in your head? All the thoughts that go through your head. So sometimes when spirit comes through, it's the same tonality as your own voice. Sometimes they come through very differently. So it'll startle you when you start to become aware. And, sometimes, like Mari suggested, spirit will send you signs in the physical, whether it's initials on a license plate, a certain animal all of a sudden appears. spirit will take the time and the effort to reach out to you, if you ask. Then it's up to you. And of course, it's kind of hard if you're going through a difficult time, with challenges, to be aware of it. But have the confidence and the trust that if you ask, spirit or the universe is going to answer in one form or the other, and multiple times if necessary. Because I always say, I don't always get it the first time they hit me in the head. A few times. I've had hawks buzz me, on my back deck, and spirit, this is a message for you, and then the hawk comes flying down. I'm like, okay, that was rather obvious. They're not always so obvious, but sometimes some of us have thick heads, so. But yeah, and that's also, learn to ask for help, even if it's motivating you to get rid of some junk or some things that you can donate to, that you're not using, but are just taking up space and energy in your life. So ask spirit for help. It may come in the form of a guardian angel, it may come in the form of one of your loved ones, being near and sharing some of their energy with you. I've had secretaries advise me that when someone's gotten fresh with me on the phone, my father steps in. He was, no nonsense kind of guy from, he was in World War II, and my whole face changes and I'm gone. He steps in and reads off the other party if they're out of line. So spirit will do that if you let them. I let my dad. That doesn't mean my dad's going to come into any of you, trust me. But the point I'm trying to make is that spirit will assist, if you ask, and it's not necessarily spirits. You can ask your angels, you can ask your spirit guides. As far as animal guides, a lot of our viewers are very in tune that they have certain animals that walk this path with them during this incarnation. So your animal guides or animal medicine can come in. You got to do a presentation in front of people. You call on tiger energy. The tiger roars and is very brave. So they'll help. All right, just ask.
Absolutely. Sorry, my earbud does not like to stay in. Yeah, 100%. And I was thinking as well as with the angels that you mentioned, our angels are around us, but they cannot assist unless you ask because they can't just intervene in our lives, willy-nilly. Here I am, I'm going to fix Mari's life. I mean, that'd be good. I'm open to that. But in general, you need to ask for your angels to help you because they are just waiting. And as silly as it sounds, whenever I'm going somewhere, I always ask my parking angels, like, okay, I'm going to this place, Boston. I know the parking is going to be a nightmare. So I'm like, okay, parking angels, help me out. And I can tell you, like, 90, 85, 90% of the time, I find some spot that's right nearby that just opened up, or, obviously it's not 100% of the time, but you're putting your intention out there and you're putting it out there and saying, help me, I need some help. And somehow it works. So try that next time. Ask your parking angels or any other type of angel if you're in a certain type of situation, because that's their job. They're waiting to help us humans here on Earth. And they love to do it. I mean, otherwise, I think they're just bored.
No, I don't think they're bored. There's so much work for them to do. But they do like to help. The world of spirit, which includes angels and guides and loved ones, they are an existence for service to others. So, that's what they strive for. And it would be nice if we actually did the same. Many people do on the earth plane, but many do not. So, but why don't we take a couple of readings? And
Sure, that sounds good. So I know that Jennifer said she would like a reading, so I can start with that one if
sure.
that's okay. So, Jennifer, can you unmute? Are you?
I'm unmuted.
Oh, okay, there you are. Hello, how are
Hello.
you?
Great. Happy spring.
Thank you, thank you. I'm so excited. Like I said, I can't do the winter anymore. I'm so done with
Yes,
this. So,
it's my favorite season.
yeah, it's awesome. It's beautiful. So, what can we help with? I know your message said that you are looking for insights about your job or
Yeah, I have another offer and it's kind of going back and forth and it's been feeling right, then it's been feeling wrong and I don't know if it's just the nerves or if it would be making it's definitely an industry shift, a big leap of faith. And when you guys are speaking about fear, I do realize that fear definitely holds me back in a lot of areas. I used to be fearless. I don't know what's happened to me as I've gotten older.
you get older and things get more real. You're like, when you're younger, you're like, ah, whatever, it'll work out. When you get older, you're like, I don't know, I don't know. So it's a very normal thing. It's a normal thing to get more fearful as you get older. But so yeah, I'm just pulling some cards here to see what we're getting. Interesting. First card, if you can see that, with my transformation.
Yeah, it feels definitely like that's all
Yeah.
going on.
Yes, I love that. So I pull little cards just to give my brain a little something to chew on, but then I always tune in psychically to see sort of what's going on with all of that. Interesting. I love this for you. Okay. All right. Well, the other cards that I pulled are all about speaking your truth, your intuition, and passion. So this is a very good spread for me as I'm sort of connecting to this space. It feels like I said earlier, leap and then it will appear. This feels like a really good move for you. Like I can feel sort of that fear coming up, maybe even in your throat, preventing you from speaking your truth or for even like being afraid to speak your truth because you don't know what will happen after you do. Like, does that make sense?
Yes, definitely. So I'm at work now, so I have to be a little careful. But
I
no, I
understand.
I was offered and it wasn't enough money. So I did say, hey, I need to be here. And it is like I said, an industry shift, but it does make sense based on the group that I network in. I have like a very strong presence there. So that's why they want me and that's why I was approached. But it could take, 16 months for me to make any commissions, and then I would be taking a little bit of a loss. And I've also been at the company I'm at now for, 7 years. So I think there's just a lot of, I think that they're negotiating on their end with the partners now, and I haven't heard anything in 3 days, but they did come see me yesterday at a trade show. So I'm just in this space of waiting, which is creating more anxiety.
Yes, yes. No, I totally get that. But as I'm sort of connecting to this space, it feels really good for you. Like I understand why you would be afraid because it's hard to move, and especially if you're comfortable in your own little cocoon and you've been there and you know how things work and the whole shebang, it's hard to get out of that. But by never getting out of that, it's like you never know what else is going on outside in the world. And I really like this new job for you. I do feel like they are going to come back to you. And obviously they want you, but I feel like, because I hear that they're talking about this job, but it almost feels like then there's like another bonus to it. I don't know if there's like another part of the job or another piece to the job, but I'm hearing like there's this job but it's something good. It's not like something bad. So I'm feeling like it's that and something else. And I feel like that will also help you with the financial part of this. Because, as I'm connecting with my guys, they're like, this is a good move for you. It's really important for you to sort of break out of this because it just feels where you are now is just very like the
It's
energy
so,
just
it's,
feels like dull and
yeah,
boring and just like, but kind of stuck, just kind of like
stagnant.
stagnant, sticky, like, you're kind of stuck there. And I feel this new opportunity is great for you and just going to open up so many new things. And it's almost like that you're going to be ending up doing things that you never thought in a million years you would be doing, but like in a good way, like, wow, I never thought I was able to do this. And I really feel like your self-esteem will be supported supported. It's obviously gonna, you're not gonna start first day, boom, like a rocket, but I do feel like it's not gonna take super long for you to feel supported in this place, wanted, supported, and to know that you can do this, and this is like a new offshoot for you, and it's really gonna help you sort of feel better about yourself and your place in the world.
Thank you.
Oh, you were so welcome. And keep me posted. I can't wait to hear about it. It sounds awesome.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
I just want to add, if that's okay, Mari.
Yeah, of course.
I feel the same way with Mari, um, that it's a good shift, but I also feel it's a stepping stone. There'll be something down the road later that comes of your being with them, and I still feel like you're going to be moving, like in a few years.
Okay.
So it's a good. I concur with
Good
Mari.
things. Yep.
Yeah, and I think it's a stepping stone to where you're going to ultimately be thrilled with.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You are
You look
welcome.
gorgeous today too. I love the
Oh,
hairstyle. Very nice.
thank you.
Okay, Maury,
Thank
I
you.
have somebody watching on um, Facebook, Liz Beckers, and she was wondering if we have any messages for her. So if that's okay, I'll take her for right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm just checking in with my Facebook page to see if there's any questions. Go ahead.
So, Liz, just let me know you're still here. She's calling from Florida, where they're not having to
Nice.
worry. Well, they have the falling iguanas. um, so, okay. So she may have. Oh, nope, she's here. Good. Okay. So welcome, Liz. Thanks for tuning in. And yes, we do have a message for you. Um, So I'm getting a message that Spirit wants you to exercise some caution in your allowing things to. I guess you have a lot that you're trying to keep under wraps, or juggle a lot of balls, and they are assisting you, and you're going to be fine. But pay attention, as my father used to say. And I feel like this message is coming from a grandmother in spirit, and she was on the shorter side. She had a few extra pounds, and the fact that I'm describing her physicality, she probably would have kind of, scolded me if she were still here. I do feel that she was, of course, well loved. I want to say we're going into the Irish feel as far as nationality, background, and Baba, mom's mom. Okay, great. So you recognize her. And I also feel like she was somebody who always told people to be sensible. That was like her earthly wisdom. Be sensible in what decision you make and what clothing you wear. Um, Honest, and very thrilled to have the young ones around. I feel like she would make up holidays. When I say makeup, I decorate. She'd kind of go to the nth extreme. She would make a lot of cookies maybe for Christmas. She would do lots of Easter stuff. And I feel that until she got to the point where she couldn't anymore, she would have hosted the holiday dinners. Does any of that evidence resonate with you? Okay, so that's like our little delay when we're reading from Facebook. Unlike if you can make it in the Zoom room, sometimes it's easier because we can get responses right away. So she's the one that if this goes in line. Her advice to you goes in line with her advice to everyone while she was here is be sensible about it, pay attention. They're helping you so you won't drop any. Yes, we still have her cookie recipe. Perfect. Okay. So they're helping you check all the boxes and not miss anything, but you are juggling a lot. So just review things, pretend it's Mercury retrograde, even though it's not anymore. Double check things, and things will calm down. I'm feeling like the end of May. All right, so I'm going to leave that with you. They'll get a little bit calmer, and I do feel like the summer is going to be delightful and not as crazy busy as you're experiencing right now. Okay, so lots of love from Baba, and know that they're all together on the other side and they're watching out for everyone down here. Lots of love. Okay.
Very nice, Winter. That was great.
Okay.
Yeah, very nice reading. So, yeah, so if there are people that are listening or are live on Facebook or YouTube, feel free to put your comment in the chat and we will try to get to you as well. I see here that Linda, hi Linda, would like to know about a job. So, I will take that one. Winter, if that's okay. And Linda, you can unmute yourself.
Okay, off.
There you are.
Oh, hi,
Hello.
Mary.
Hi, how are you?
Um, one day at a time.
Yeah, I hear you. I see the little kitty, the tail going by. I love that stuff. Yeah. Well, it's been like I think we've talked about before, it's been an extraordinary, difficult time on this planet. And especially now that we are in the year of the fire horse, everything that doesn't serve us has been sort of ramping up. And, if it's not working for you, it's going to be in your face now. It's going to be like, this isn't working for you with like big flashing lights.
Right,
you know, excuse me. You have so like they're going to be like you have to do something about this. And I think sort of where I'm going with that. I mean, I think you have been feeling stuck for a little while now, and I know that with your dad's passing and there's been a lot of stuff that's just gone on in your life. um, but let me pull some cards for you and sort of see what they have to say. I have my guides already coming in with messages, but I like to do a little bit of this ahead of time. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's what I was feeling. All right. Okay. Well, I don't know if you can see this. This is the first card I pulled for you. And as I'm sort of connecting to this piece, I really feel like your motion forward needs to be in the spiritual world. Now, I know that might be a little difficult to make some money in, but even if you sort of stay where you are in terms of just making that income, I really feel like what I'm hearing from my guides is like you need to get back to doing the spiritual work. And whether that means you go to some spiritual bookstores or any type of spiritual store or anything where you can start your readings again. I think that's really important because that's what I keep hearing about. This card also came up, the universe. So I feel like like the spiritual energy, it almost feels like that has been lacking for you in these past couple of years. And I feel like it's taken its toll in some way because it's like when you have that connection to spirit, it's like you feel uplifted, you feel the energy.
right.
And I feel like for you without that, it's almost like there's been a loss, there's been an emotional,
Yeah,
spiritual loss. Like, do you understand that?
yeah, I do. Yeah,
Yeah. So, I would really strongly encourage you because I just see you like I can see you teaching classes, like on Eventbrite or, offering doing readings and then offering like tarot teaching classes or like even like intuitive type of reading classes. I can see you teaching at one of these types of centers. Now, have you ever pursued anything like that? Have you ever put yourself out there in that way in like a public space?
in the beginning, like many years ago when we first met, I
Hmm.
was trying to do sort of like a class to teach how to read tarot and how to do meditation properly and all that stuff, but it just sort of like went to the wayside, and then I got discouraged. I still do readings for free, but It just, something's missing.
Yeah, I think it's getting out there. Like I keep seeing them, they're showing me like you going to a place, and obviously I don't know exactly where you live, but any type of metaphysical place, or even like sometimes people like I know Winter uses libraries. They have libraries sometimes that'll let you offer classes or, get-togethers. I feel like moving into that space, that spiritual type of space, is what's really missing for you. And I know
Okay,
it takes a little while to develop, but over time, I can see you be really successful. Like they're even talking to me about even like your own tarot deck or a book. Like I'm seeing stuff like that in the future for you. But you have to be
cool.
able to make the first step. Like,
Right.
if you stay in your apartment, that's probably not going to happen. They're not going to come to your door and be like, please, can you do this for us? But you are so much more talented than you give yourself credit for. And I do remember, like, it feels like 100 years ago when we would do lives, and it was fun. And you're right on the money. And I feel like that you really just, I keep hearing physical, physical, physical. Get out into the physical world, wherever it is in your area, and try to, even just start to connect with the people and then say, hey, I can do readings, or I can do a class, or start really small, but I feel like that's going to snowball for you. And then I'm also hearing, I don't know if you've ever done any type of energy healing or Reiki or anything like that. Have you ever studied anything like that at
I've
all?
I've sort of like looked it over and started, with the hands and the
Hmm.
thinking and all that stuff. But again, everything went by the wayside.
Exactly, because I think you lost faith in yourself,
I
you
think I
know?
have.
Yeah, I think you've lost faith, but it doesn't mean that your gifts aren't there. I mean, your gifts are still there. They're just waiting for you to do something about it. So I think that's the reason, because when I connect with your energy, I just feel like I tried this dead end. I tried this dead end. Like I just feel like there's like a lot of dead ends that have been surrounding
Yeah,
you. Um,
exactly.
and I think part of that is because you haven't been going down the right paths. It's like going back to your roots. They're showing me the trees with the roots. I feel like going back to that. And this is something else I pulled: positive movement forward. But in order for that to happen, you have to get out there. You have to get out there and do that. I would be happy to do a live with you if you wanted to get out there and, and sort of get your sea legs again, and you could start doing that again. But I think it's really getting out in your community and doing it in the physical locations where you can meet people. I think that is what I'm hearing very strongly from my spirit team and from the cards, that's where they want you to move. And that obviously doesn't mean, give up your day job and all that, not yet. But I do see that that's where the success and the fulfillment and your happiness, that's where it's going to be. It's not going to be in these other places that you've been looking.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank
Okay.
you so much for that.
You're welcome. Of course, of course. My pleasure.
Maury,
Thank
I've
you.
got one more quick one to do.
Okay. No problem.
Terry,
No problem.
Terry was like, if you can't get to me, it's okay. I said, no, no, we'll have time.
No, we'll
Um,
do it. We started a little late, so it's fine.
Terry, sweetheart, if you can unmute, I'm going to follow Maury's lead. I pulled out my fairy cards because
Love it.
fairy. Okay, so we're going to mute Terry and oh, okay, you're unmuting. And Linda, we're going to mute you. There we go.
Okay.
Terry, honey, could you unmute? Terry? Oh, there you. No, you're still muted. There you go. Perfect. So I picked a card, and it's the Dreamer. And it's the zero card, which is, even though I picked it from the middle of the deck, that's actually the first card. Um, and embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, trust yourself. All right, the Dreamer card is like the first card in this tarot deck. It's like the magician type card, and it's all about setting intention. Actually, I'm wrong. It's the Dreamer cards before the magician. Forgive me, but it's about thinking about what you'd like to try. It is the first. The card came for you because you're being guided to fulfill your life purpose. The fairies ask you to do so joyfully and playfully. So begin your transformation into a new aspect of you. Nothing wrong with what you've been leading up to now. You've got a lot of wonderful traits that and qualities that you've developed, but now we want to send you in a slightly different direction and begin your personal transformation by telling supportive people of your intentions. When we verbally express our plans, we become more fully committed to moving forward. So I do think you're a little shy when you decide to do something. You don't really, you kind of hold it to the vest to see if it would work out. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, so what they're telling you is don't figure out what it is that you wish to develop or unfold, and then tell people that I'm going to work towards this. And like Mari was talking about earlier, what holds us back often is a fear of failure. So
Yes.
this is, you're not going to try to start a career and support the whole family financially and lose the house if you're not successful. This is about finding a new aspect of yourself to be in service and enjoy your humanity and learning this on the earth plane. Do you understand the difference?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you participate with any groups? I don't know if you belong to a church that has a group.
No.
Okay, maybe look into that. I kind of feel like a community service type group would be one avenue for you to go. Like I know there's a church in my town that people meet on Saturdays and they make sandwiches that are then delivered to people in need.
Hmm.
Something like that. It would be an avenue for you to meet new people. And then I think when you bring some new people into your social circle,
Right.
you're going to then unfold other gifts, another part of you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the impression I'm getting, and I see the two parental signs in the back. Your parents, I've met them before, bringing them through, and they're your biggest cheerleaders. All right, and it's like they want to send you off to school, but in this school, it's for you to meet a new group of friends while doing something good for others. That's why I feel like it's a community service oriented club, or just a meeting. Who knows? And then through those new people that you're meeting, you're going to develop new um, hobbies or likes. All right, and it's going to bring some more fulfillment into your life.
Okay.
All right, so that's what I want to give you, along with the blessings and love of spirit.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in, sweetheart. So, Maury, while we're getting to the end, did you want to pull a card for the month? And while you're doing that, I just wanted to
Sure.
mention to folks I'm going to be teaching trance mediumship online. It's going to be Wednesday evening, 6:30 to 8:30. If anyone's interested, it'll be starting the week after the Easter holidays and Passover, so April 8th. And it runs through May 8th. There's one Wednesday I can't make. So that's trance mediumship, where we'll learn to blend more fully with spirit and connect not only with spirit guides and loved ones, but animal guides, a whole range, elementals, to kind of learn to discern the different energies. So I would love to have anyone who would like to join touch base with me.
Sounds awesome, Winter. I know you always have a million things to do. And speaking of elementals, I wanted to just give a little plug to our next spirit chat. We have an amazing guest coming up next month, and it took a little while to get her, I'm not going to lie. but I'm very happy to have her. Her name is Flavia Kate Peters. And while you may not have heard of her, she is a Hay House author. She has 7 books and 14 Oracle decks, and she is recognized as the UK's leading elemental witchcraft expert. So she knows all about the elementals and the fairies and our forest friends, and she is super cool. So I am really excited to have her, and that's going to be our next show. And so she'll be coming from the UK. And so that'll be our next show, which will be April 23rd, 3 o'clock, as usual. So mark your calendars for that because you are going to love to listen to her. And I'm sure she'll be doing readings and she'll tell you all about the fairies and how she connects with them. And I'm really interested in that. So I think it'll be a super cool show to do. Um, and just a couple things that are going on with me. I know we're running tight on time. April 30th, I'm going to be doing the Everything and Anything and a Little Bit Gay podcast with Zach Randall Friedman. He's super fun. He's got a great following on YouTube, so I'm very excited to be on his show. And actually, just today, I got a notification from Om Times TV that they would like me to be on their Perfect Like Life Awakening show. So I'm excited about that. Haven't set it up yet, but looking forward to it. I'm hoping that I will be able to open my wait list shortly so that I'll have some more openings because I know it's been a little tough to get in with me, but just watch your email if you are on my wait list. If you are not, please go sign up, mediamari.com, and put your name on the wait list for a reading with me. Without further ado, let's get to the card of the month. I was going to say card of the day, but card of the month. Let's see. All right. Can we see? It says mental conflict. Now, I know this might look a little scary. It's not a scary card, so let me just tell you that. And you can see on the card, there's a guy and there's another guy. It's sort of like your inner self. And I feel like just like spring, we're sort of peeling off the yucky layers of winter. And if you live in the Northeast, you've got a million leaves outside, you got down leaves and trees and branches and all sorts of yuck. And that's what we need to do. We need to peel off of the yuck. We need to get through that mental conflict right now and allow ourselves to open up to the new things. And that's what we spent the whole show talking about. Different ways that you can open up yourself so that you can allow all the new energy in. So this month is all about releasing that mental conflict, any type of anxiety, anything you're dealing with, because it's a new season. You see, we got like on my screen here, we got flowers blooming, we got birds buzzing and bees and all the new things. So it's an awesome new season to get that energy going, release what no longer serves you. You can do it, even if you're afraid, you can do it. And that's what I think our new card of the month is about. So thoughts, Winter?
I think it's a perfect card for this show. And I definitely advocate opening up and allowing the universe to bring you new experiences, new learnings, new understandings, and new folks. So, the mental conflict, that could be a lot of the fear that you may have, trying to block change, because that's kind of inherent to our nature as human beings. We don't particularly, most of us are a little worried when it comes to change, but generally it works out. So allow yourself to trust the universe, call your angels in to study you, embrace you, and assist you as you walk the walk and enjoy what life goes to bring you.
Absolutely. So, well, I see our time has come. This hour just flew by as usual. So, I want to thank you, everybody out there on Facebook and YouTube, and of course, in the Zoom room, all of our regulars that are here. We love that. And Winter Brook, my amazing co-host. And if you are missing this, then don't worry. It's going to be live streamed again, or it's going to be recorded live streamed on Spotify, iTunes, and iHeartRadio. So that will be up in about a week or so. And so you can listen to it. If you missed anything, it's going to be on there archived forever. So make sure you tune into our next show, which is April 23rd, with the fairy lady, I like to call her. She's fantastic and super amazing person and very energetic. So you will love her. And looking forward to seeing everybody then.
Absolutely. God bless. Have a great holiday and take care.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Winter.
everybody. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone, for coming. Big hugs.